Hey, don't talk, man. Jeebus.
From forward, it's a long drive, man. You went to the funeral.
No, 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 no. I had to go to the. I had to go to where I bought the. I got a new Audi A4, the new ones. So I had to
Oh,
pick it up and the plates and all that stories.
oh, yes, nice. Inshallah, I hope you have goodness with this new car of yours.
Indeed, Jazakallah, man. I'm just seeing
The
now.
Audis are very nice.
Hmm. That's the second car. Stop smiling there, Mister. You see how that man is smiling, Martin. He's got a big smile in his face.
Yes, at your age, yes, that is very dangerous driving.
Ish, I tell you. But lucky there's no number plates. You still got the license at the back of the screen. So there were cameras, but they didn't pick me up.
All right, that's fine.
I couldn't miss you guys. I had to be here, you know.
That's nice.
I got
nice,
you exactly at 4:30.
Very kind of you. Hi, Manak, how are you?
Hey, brother. Just also had a busy day like Kes. I was doing some, I was with there was an organization here where we do feeding on a Saturday morning with old people. So I was grateful to be part of that. I had a small little motivational talk there. But sometimes we don't realize how lucky we are to have a meal, a hot meal. And some people, they so look forward to once in a while a hot meal. And I was so grateful to be with an organization that was part of the contribution. So sometimes, I find that, really enlightening, and it inspires me and, kickstarts me for the next, to come here after a session like that. I feel so inspired. I feel absolutely inspired. When you see old people and they're being grateful. I had one person, I had 2 awards, one for the oldest man and oldest woman. There was a lady who was 90 years old, who was the oldest woman, and a man who was 80. And the man asked him, what is the tool he learned most in life? And he said, being obedient. Obedience to everyone that you're with. Firstly, to your creator, praying and doing good things. Obedience to your children, obedience to your work, obedience to everything you do. Very enlightening. And the lady, she spoke about something very touching, being in the moment, staying in the moment. She's 90, but she believes that she's enjoying. She goes outside, talk to the flowers, engage with the flowers, and just enjoy the moment she's in, because she's just grateful for every minute she has and every day she has. So it was enlightening, Suji.
Yeah, it shows how, flowers are very touching to ladies. So I think the men on this forum must appreciate flowers. And yes, once in a while, you should take a flower to somebody, that you care for or cares for you.
They say the rose that leaves the hand of the giver will always have the smell. So no matter what, if you give, you will always have that fragrance with you. So always give.
All right. That's a good
See,
one.
Jennifer is smiling there. Now you see, Martin, stress-free. You see behind me, that is stress-free.
Flowers are working.
Not flowers, is the marine tank. It's fresh, stress-free. No stress.
Yes, you have some fishes there. What? Catch the marine tank.
Yeah, the marine fishes. Yeah, there's quite a lot. If you look at it, there you'll see it.
Very soothing.
Very nice. There you go.
They say there's many fish in the sea. Every time you do the rod, you get the right lady, so you get the right fish. So keep knocking on the right door and you'll always get the right fish.
Yeah. Let me see the count at the moment. Right. 40. Just give us another 5 minutes. 47, 36.
Just to get some interaction from, just to get some interaction from the people that are here with us today. How's everyone doing? Where are you guys from? Just some outside. Where you guys from? And just a quick hello. How are you guys doing? How's everything going? Before we start.
Hello, it's all right here. This is Obed again. I'm still
Yes, Obed.
guy who is from Ghana. Yeah, I'm still here. So it's been all right.
Awesome, Obed. Anyone else out there? How's it been going? How's yesterday been going? What do you think of the session? And how are you today? Have there been any shifts, any changes?
Abdul, all is well. This is Joseph Angara from Botswana. It's a bit
Yes,
hot here,
Joseph.
but looking forward for another session.
How did it go yesterday? What can you take from yesterday's session, Joseph? What did you learn and what did you implement? What action did you take?
Just the change of mindset. Sometimes the things that we do that we actually don't understand, but now when the way you put them actually brings a lot more of it.
Awesome, awesome. And anyone there from Seychelles, from Zambia, from Nigeria? Where else in the world are you called? From Morocco? Where is everyone else there?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, this is Ibrahim Ajayo from the Gambia.
Yes, Ibrahim, how are you keeping? How did you find yesterday's session and what did you implement?
Yeah, so yesterday program I really enjoyed it, but when I go out, I try to implement it, but it was so excited because I have seen a lot of changes through this subset session that we did within this period. So I would like to encourage you to do more like this.
Awesome. I see. I also see we have Vusi from Botswana saying hi to us. Thanks, Vusi. Excited to have you on board from Botswana. That's a good. In South Africa, the weather is absolutely awesome. We are blessed to have some awesome weather, and things are a lot more calmer. We are on lockdown level 1, so things are a little more calmer. The numbers have dropped, so we can do a lot more, but still being vigilant. Sanitizing and taking care. Thanks, Innocent. Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, also, and thanks for calling. I see Teko saying hi, guys, from Lesotho. We have Tony from Kenya. He enjoyed the session. So thanks for interacting. That's really good. I love when you interact with me, you engage with me. I can see the messages, they come up right up. So it always gives me a sense of what you're feeling, what you're thinking. It re-energizes me, revitalizes me, and gets me kicking start to give you more and share more. I see there's Blessing. Thanks, Blessing, for reaching out. I'm going to put on my glasses here. I see there's Seri. Thanks a lot for reaching out. Anyone else online there who want to share?
Okay, Jack. We on to 158. I think we could kick off now. First and foremost, welcome Africa for day 2, session 2 with Abdul Jack Manak. I want everybody to mute your laptops or iPhones or your Android phones, whatever's. Mute it because we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. You're on, Jack.
Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, whichever part of the country you are. I'm excited to be again here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Kes. I love the fish there, the background, your marine setting there, setting a beautiful, secluded, comforting zone. Thank you for all those who are interacting with us. I see from Gambia, Clinton, Vusi from Botswana. I love you when you interact. Francis, hi, this is Jane from Kenya. Thanks so much for interacting with me in South Africa. I'm really, really looking forward to today. There was a lot of learning we can take, a lot, and I shared a lot of notes. So what I want to do now, I just want to recap what we did yesterday. So you have a sense of, a lot of people said they may have missed some of the notes and they have missed some of the moments. And thank you, Blessing, for the afternoon greetings. Good afternoon to you there in Nigeria and wherever you are in the world. From my side, I want to start by saying, Jennifer, thanks so much from Uganda, and Faith from Uganda. I want to say from my side, I'm ready to play full out. I am here to give 100%. You asked me what number am I playing at? Yes, again, a new day, new opportunity. Earlier, I was with some old people at an event, and just helping people made a difference. It inspires me, it remotivates me, it recharges me, and I'm so looking forward to today. So let us recap yesterday, and I'm going to give you some of the notes, share some of the insights. off the notes. So firstly, I'm just going to share some of the pages we did yesterday so you can have a look. I asked the first question, are you a player or are you a spectator? Who are you? If you were a player, this is how I expect you to play today. I expect you to be interactive with me. I expect you to participate. When I say participate, share your comments, share your notes, engage with us, engage with people around, engage with people that you are with, comment, share, comment. If I ask you if you're a leader or not a leader, just share in so I get a feel of what you are doing. And many people yesterday shared they were leaders. Share your views, give me a thumbs up. If something you have, ask a question, ask what you want to ask. It's important that you share. So it's important, inquire. So the first thing we did is I'm asking you to play full out, to give me, interact with me, engage with me, participate. Also what we can learn from yesterday, I shared something called the robot technique. What is the robot technique? This is a beautiful tool which you can use at any stage of your life and recap yesterday. So the robot technique is 3 colors of the robot: red, yellow or orange, or green. What is red? In your life, yesterday that we did a session, what is red? Red is what you can stop doing. What are the things you learned yesterday you can stop doing? One of the things I can stop doing is stop blaming people. One of the things I can stop doing is taking action. One of the things I can stop doing is taking full responsibility, is stop playing the blame game. So those are the things that you do always after every session. Whenever you play a cricket game, whenever you do anything, do the red. Red is stop. Ask yourself what I did. So stop doing it. And then ask yourself, yellow or orange. Yellow or orange means continue, pause, have a look at your life and see in orange, what are the things you're doing well? What are the things that you are doing well? If yesterday you enjoyed the session, you took notes, you interacted, you engaged, say, you know what, I did this well yesterday. I'm going to do more today. I'm going to upgrade myself. Whatever you did yesterday, do more today. Be better yesterday. And the last color is green. Green is start. Green is start and it's stay go. What can I start doing today? What can I do to develop a better mindset? And when you start something, the robot technique is a beautiful tool which you can use in cricket, in your life. Reassess, assess, just a quick assessment. Red, what can I stop doing from yesterday's innings? What can I start doing? I see our microphone is not connecting. Yes, I just saw that message now. Is there anyone that's not getting clear messages?
Not that I know of.
I just saw a last message there that said some of the microphones are not connecting.
It could be the internet on their side. Our connection accommodates 500, and we bought a lot of megabytes, put it that way. So 500 won't have any problem.
Okay, awesome. So if you look at Kes and if you look at the robot technique, what can he stop doing is making sure he doesn't do low numbers on the Wi-Fi. So he makes sure yellow is starts something, starts of making sure there's enough. So his planning was good regarding this year. So we also spoke yesterday about a growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? It is for us to, wherever we are in life, we need to change. So what is the alphabet and the acronym change? C is for change. H is changing what is happening at the past moments. Whatever has been happening in your past moments, change them, do it differently. And then how do you change what happens? You take A, which is action. You take new action. You start something. For change to happen, you need new action. When do you make this change? N is for now. Now is the time where you make the change. If you change now, what will happen? G is grow. You will grow into a better human being. Grow, you'll have a growth mindset, a positive mindset, and E will happen. You will be more energized, you will be more exciting, and you will empower yourself. So we spoke about change and the importance of change and the impact that change has. And then I spoke about when. When do we change? Why do we change? Who changes? What will happen if you change? And how do you change? So the way of change will happen by an evaluation. We need to evaluate ourselves. Give ourselves a number, 0 out of 10. And I asked you the question yesterday, what number are you playing at? Are you playing at 1 to 10? Many said 8, 7, 6, and some said 10. Play at 10. Every day you have an opportunity to play at a higher number. And we also spoke about if you don't play at the number and you stay at the fixed mindset, you will do something called the re. You will replay the scenes in your life that had happened yesterday. You will rewind. You will give me all the reasons why you don't want to change, and you will be stuck with re. For you to change, you need to do the other re. You need to take responsibility. And when you take responsibility, you know, your life, you can restart, and you can reignite your life. You can restart, you can revive your life, you can reset your mindset. So for us to restart, for us to change, we need to play the responsibility. And how do we do the responsibility? I then spoke about choices. Choices you make. What are the choices you make? Because the choices you make can change you. These choices that you make can change you. If you make a choice that is negative, what is the outcome? Or you make a positive. If you make a positive or negative choice, what will happen? You will notice the difference in the following things. You will notice it in your tone, your tonality. What will your tone be like? Your voice will be like. What action will you take? What is your body language like if you take a negative? And what is your body language if you take a positive? You will notice it in your self-talk, how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others. You will notice it in your thoughts. You will notice it in your performances. So the critical aspect is what is the choices you make. If you make positive choices, you will note your tone will be different. You will talk positively. Your action will be positive. Your body language will be done. Your self-talk that you say to yourself, you will back yourself. You will use words like I can instead of I can't. You will say, you know, I'm possible, not impossible. You will change the words, your body language. You won't have a moping, sad, disappointed body language. You will look up. You will be confident. Your performance will be different. And for you to do that, if you change that, how do you change that? What is the choice you have to make to change your mindset? The first thing you need to do is accept. We spoke about accepting the truth, accepting reality, accepting that everything that happens is either true or false. If it happened, it is the truth. Accept the truth. Accept reality. If you were playing cricket and you got out, accept this is what happened. Accept that currently we are living in a country where it's COVID. We have to accept that this is the situation. We cannot deny and play the blame game and said, you know, accept the things that you can control. Some things you can't control. For example, if you have a bride and you plan for this awesome bride and you do everything with this bride, and when you do the bride, everyone comes and it rains. You cannot control the rain. When you set yourself up for playing cricket, you can only control practicing, doing the things in your life, planning, accepting the things that you're doing. So when you accept, you also will realize we spoke about who must accept and who must take responsibility, who must change. And we came to I, we, you, myself. We spoke about the change. Whenever change happens, change starts with ourselves. And then we spoke about a very, very important aspect. We spoke about the blame game. We spoke about how much percent blame do you give people and how much percent blame do you give yourself. And that blame, when we spoke about how much blame do you take? Do you take 1, 5, 50? A lot of people said they take 50%, 70%, 10%. And then we spoke about, we went on a journey on a mountain and we looked out on the mountain and I asked you to jump. And you said, yes, you will jump. No, you will not jump. And I said, who made the decision? And it's you. We spoke about taking responsibility, that you are responsible for everything that happens in your life, everything that you choose, everything you say, everything you speak, everything you allow. You are responsible. And if you are responsible, you must take 100% responsibility for your actions. If you do, you now decide who you are. You can choose who you are. If you take responsibility, you will be a leader. You will have a mindset of a champion. You will have a growth mindset. If you don't take responsibility, you will be not a leader, you will be a follower. You will be a person who has a loser mindset. You will be one who is fixed and who will procrastinate. We spoke then about a very important aspect about, I asked you a question, are you a leader or a follower? Who are you? And many of you, and I'm grateful, said, I am a leader. And then I said, we're not going to talk about leaders. We're going to talk about what non-leaders do. So what do non-leaders do? I gave you some alphabets, A to G to H, what negative aspects of leadership do. And here they are. Many of you ask me, even message me and ask me, what are the negative aspects of leadership that I must look out for? I must be aware of. I must look out for. We said the first one is A, negative A, making an assumption in life. When you make an assumption, you're no longer a leader, you're no longer taking responsibility, you are now playing as a loser mindset. So when you do negative A, you make an assumption. Your negative A, your attitude will change. Your attitude will be one of negativity. Your character will be one of absent-minded. You will forget things. You will also become negative A. You will become angry. You will become anxious. And you know, when you're playing sport, there will be anxiety. When you're talking to your kids, you're talking to your players, and when you make an assumption that this is the situation, you will suddenly have anxiety and you will be afraid and you will feel alone. People won't support you because they won't trust you. So the first one we spoke about is negative A, making an assumption. The second alphabet we spoke about is you will play the B game, the blame game. You will either blame yourself, you will blame people, you will blame the country, you will blame circumstances, you will blame situations. And sometimes people get so angry, they even blame God. They become so bitter. They become blinded by what happened. If they are in a relationship, if you play the blame game, your relationship's going to break up. You're going to turn up in a negative primary. If you're a team and you're blaming the opposition when you got the ball in your hand, you're going to allow the team to feel bitter towards you, and you are going to become blinded. The third aspect we spoke about was negative C. What is the impact of C? What happens with negative C? You will start seeing life as challenges. You will continuously in your team complain to people. You will criticize circumstances. In life, when you're working with people and working with a team, you will be consistently one who's involved in conflict. You will be able and you will be part of cliques that are called. You know, if you are in a relationship, it will collapse. If you're in a team, if you keep complaining, they will take you out and your existence will collapse. No one will want you in a team. So if you do negative A, B, and C, you will have the following effect. You will feel this feeling of D. You will feel you will feel depressed. You will feel dejected. Your life will go downhill. You will then start acting in a desperate, defensive way. And when people speak to you, you will be deaf. And you know, life will be now full of danger, all red flags. Negative D will allow you to do negative E. E is the emotion you will show. The emotion you will show, you will be angry, you will show hatred, you will show, you know, ego will take over. And when you do something, you will embarrass yourself. You know, when you start blaming people, you will see more errors. When things go wrong, you will make more excuses. Your energy will be exhausted. You will be empty. You know, you will be less of what you are. And then we spoke about negative F. What happens when you lose energy, you become emotional, you suddenly, when you play the next time, when you're addressing a relationship, you do negative F. You do F. F is failure. You fear things. You fail when you do something. You live in fear. You're scared. You know, everything is hot. It's on fire. You see things not as true as false. You feel tired. You feel fatigued. You freeze in your life. You fight everyone. You know, you flight, you run away, you become frightened. So when you have fear and failure, today I'm going to share with you insights about fear, how to handle fear, what is fail, how you can adjust. I spoke to you on a story about fail and how I failed, and I thought I failed. And when I didn't get the opportunity, I thought it was a failure, but it wasn't. Sometimes you have to be patient. And when F takes over, we spoke about G. Negative G will come into your life. You will give up, you will be grump, and you will feel grim. And you know, you will feel like you're in the gutter. You are down and out. And suddenly you feel negative H. You feel hopeless. You feel heartache. You feel helpless. And if you're in a relationship, you hate people. If you're in a team, you suddenly become no longer hungry. You suddenly see all hopeless moments and helpless moments. And who does it start with? It starts with I. You are the individual. What are you choosing? You as an individual, if I choose negative aspects, these are the traits that I am going to experience in life. These are the traits that I am going to encounter in my life. So it starts with you. I told you a small little journey about change. I looked at wanting to change the world, and I couldn't change the world. So I thought, let me change my family. And still I couldn't change my family until I looked in the mirror and I saw myself. It was me, I that had to change. When I changed, I could be the person who could act differently, who could do things differently. And that is when life changed. Take responsibility. And a lot of yesterday, we talked about responsibility. We talked about blame. Where does it start with? Who does it start with? In anything in life, for you to play, for you to be selected in a team, for you to be for you to be part of a team, for you to be involved, for you to be successful, what is the recipe of success? Who is the recipe of success? I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what will it take for you to succeed. All of us here want to be successful. All of us want to be more proactive. All of us want to be more positive. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the same tools that what I showed you earlier. And as we go into today, I'm going to share some of the tools I shared yesterday. And it's going to be a different aspect. The first thing we need to do is, who does it start with? It starts with you. You. And when I say it starts with you, it starts with me. Whenever someone wants you to be part of a team, you need to be a person who has a good energy. You need to be a person who has a good vibe. You need to be a person who is a good person, a positive person, a disciplined person, a person with a good attitude, a person that is positive, a person that makes a contribution, a person that helps others, a person that stands out. And if you look around you, look in your team, who are the person that are helping each other, that are encouraging each other, that are having the energy? Ask yourself in your team, who are those people that are standing out? Who are the people that, let me give you an example, and maybe we can relate to who you are and the impact of your life. Now, currently, if you're selecting a team, selecting players, if I'm selecting a team, I want someone who has good energy, who is positive, who has a good attitude, who is disciplined, who practices, who trains, who works hard. But also, most importantly, now people are looking for people who make a contribution, people who make a difference, people who help other people. When someone is in need and you see a friend, you can notice by his body language, you can notice by his approach. When you see your friends looking down or unable to handle pressure, this is when you need to step up. This is what we are looking for. We are looking for leaders who help others, making a difference, being a servant leader. What is a servant leader? What is the type of person that I want and I resemble and I want to be part of a cricket team? So ask yourself these questions. Who am I? Am I a person who makes a difference? When have I made a difference? How can I increase making a difference? Am I on time when I come to practices? Do I do more? Do I have a good attitude? What is my body language like? When something goes wrong, do I support others? How am I? Am I one creating distraction, clicks, and breaking the team? Because the people you choose can either make you and break you. So choose wise. Choose good people. Choose leaders. Choose a team of people, firstly, that are good and contributors. Especially now, we were confronted with COVID. We were confronted with challenges. A lot of us had losses. A lot of us has experienced anxiety. A lot of us has experienced something called COVID, which was really, really tough. And you know what I thought for myself? I thought, let me reach out to all my friends. Anyone that I hear has COVID, I pick up the phone and I say, hi, how are you doing? How are you? How are you feeling? And I interact with them. I spoke to one lady, and this lady, I called her and I said, how are you doing? She told me she's struggling to breathe. She's struggling. She's finding it really difficult. And I said, what are you feeling? She said, I feel anxiety. I feel worry. I feel pain. I don't know what to do. They say I must stay alone in my room. I don't know. I cannot handle this. It is really, really difficult. Some of you may have experienced that anxiety. So what I did, I said, I gave her some tools. I said, let us stay calm. Let us accept the reality that this is what's happening. She was thinking about tomorrow. She was thinking about the future. What if I don't make it? What if She was, and many of you may have experienced it, or she was talking about the past. I did so much wrong. I'm not ready. I got so much more I want to do. I didn't live a full life. And she was showing disappointment. And when she said that, I just brought her back. I gave her support. Sometimes revealing is healing. Sometimes listening is important. Listening is an important communication skill. Listen to people. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Sometimes we need to listen more. Some people are reaching out. There are people around us in our families. COVID made an impact to us. So we are human. We have to look at us as a person. So when I speak to you about you, what contribution are you making? Are you reaching out to people that I need? Are you making a difference? Are you making an impact? Cricket and sport is not just only about skill. It's not only about you. It's also, firstly, if I got a cricketer who is making a difference, who is supporting my team players, who is reaching out to people, ask yourself, can I make that difference? People need support today. Times are tough. We've been through an anxiety. We've been through a new normal. All of us were put out of the comfort zone and we felt a different life. What did you learn from this? And those are the steps. Today we spoke, one of the topics that I'm going to talk to you about is how to adapt after COVID. This is what happened. It's the new normal. We didn't experience this kind of life. I know some of you had a tough time. I know some of you had difficult period handling this. But what you can do, what can you do? If you are healthy and you are okay, reach out to people that need you. Reach out to your family members. Reach out to your team members. If they are struggling and you have knowledge, assist, support. So the first aspect of you to be successful in life, it is about you. The type of person that you are can draw people close to you, people can want you. Be that person. Be the change. We spoke yesterday about change. Today I'm talking to you about the type of person you can be. The first aspect of being a good cricketer is the overall human being you are. The person with good character, the person with good attitude, the person who even, the best way to interact with someone is to smile. Your smile can go a mile. Let your smile change the world. Your smile can make an impact to the world. Be the person who shares a smile. Even though we have now masks, you can also show with your body language. You can speak to people. So interact and engage differently. So the first thing I spoke about, I want to talk to you about is you. The second aspect, for you to be successful, you need, and as a cricketer now I'm talking, or as a sports person, or as a human being, for you to be successful, you need to look at your body. What is your body? This is what you have with you, your body. What are you doing to your body? If you want to be successful at work, you want to be successful in your life, you want to be successful with your children, you want to be successful in cricket, wherever you are, if you want to be successful, you need to look after your body. You need to eat healthy. There's enough information out there about healthy eating. You need to sleep well. If you are playing sport, you need to sleep well. You also need to eat well, to make sure you eat the right foods. You need to exercise. You need to keep fit. You need to be in shape. You need to train. You need to upskill yourself. You need to look out and see what are the things I can eat. Look at your shape. Everything is about evaluation. Go onto a weight and see, this is where I am today. Accept this is the reality now. Take action. Look after your body, because your body, you don't know the impact of your body as you grow older, and as days grow older, it's become difficult. So I appeal to you, firstly, look after, the first and most important thing is for you to be successful, you need to start by looking after your body. You need to make sure that your body is looked after. You sleep well, eat well, be fit, look after yourself. And if you look after yourself, you feel healthy, you feel energized, you can do more, you can be an awesome father. When you go to work, you can be awesome, you can interact and still be engaged with me, still be positive, still be proactive. The third thing you need to be successful in sport, you need a skill. You need the skill. You need the ability and the talent to be good enough. Whatever you're doing in life, for you to be successful, you need to have a gift. You're either a good doctor, you're either a good veterinary, you're either a good plumber, an electrician. All of us are given a certain gift. In cricket, you are either a specialist batsman, a specialist bowler, a specialist wicketkeeper, and some of us are even more talented. They can become all-rounders. They're batsmen, bowlers, fielders. Some of us are captains. Each one has a gift. Your gift is your skill. Practice on the skill. Know their disability. If you are a doctor, go and do the practices. Go and do the hours, and suddenly you will one day, instead of you have to be patient, now you will treat patients. The same way, when you have the skill, be passionate about a skill. Love what you do, and as you go through life, upskill yourself, upgrade yourself, do the hours for you to be successful. Look at yourself, look at your body, and thirdly, look at the skill you have. Each one of us have a unique, magnificent, wonderful skill. And as I'm talking about the skill, what skill do you have? What skill are you? What are you good at? Know yourself. Say to yourself, I'm good at something. What am I good at? Recognize it, and then acknowledge it, and then allow others to learn from your skill. I love speaking. I love interacting with people. So what do? I contact people like Kes and say, Kes, I would like to talk to people. I contact sports teams. I say, I'm a mindset coach. I can help your team become more effective if you are training, and if you need to train and get your mindset ready in preparation before a tournament, a World Cup, or any event, call me. I am here to help you. These are the skills that I know, but I'm also learning, and I want to help people. So every one of us has a skill. What is your skill? What is the skill you have that makes you magnificent? What is the skill you have that makes you awesome, that makes you incredible? If you have the skill, you need to have the 3 Ps. What are the 3 Ps? You need to prepare. Prepare yourself. You need to plan, and you need to practice as a skill. So prepare and become aware of what skill do you need, and then plan the outcome. So if you are a batsman, prepare yourself. Go in and get throwdowns. Plan the strategy. I'm going to talk later about about a plan, and I'm going to talk to you now about a plan and practice. So how do you learn and develop this 3 Ps? There's a certain way of us developing these Ps. There's a certain way of us engaging in these 3 Ps. How do we grow? How do we develop? How do we become a growth mindset? How do we learn? Here is a beautiful skill of how you can learn and become more proactive. If you want to learn and grow, the first thing that you need to do for you to learn is you need to be live. You need to play. When you play a game, you can now learn. So the first aspect of anything in life, you need to be live. So if you're a doctor, you need to practice. If you are a plumber, you need to go and do some plumbing work. If you are a businessman or a salesman, you need to go out and do sales. If you are a cricketer, you need to play. You need to be live in everything you do. If you are an administrator, you need to play, and you need to be live and interact. When you play, the second aspect is you will now reflect. You will now look back. How did I play? How did I perform? How was I as a doctor? How was I as a plumber? How was I as a salesman? When you know how you are, the reflection part will now give you an idea. How do you reflect? How do you reflect? You reflect by either, if it's cricket, you can look at videos of your past. Or if it's cricket, you can reflect by asking your coach, what did I do wrong? Or you can reflect, you can sit back and you can ask yourself, what did I do? How can I do things differently? When you reflect, you analyze. When you analyze, you ask yourself, as soon as you play, you reflect, you analyze, you ask yourself, what worked for me? What didn't work for me? What did I do good? Why didn't it work? Now you're analyzing your reflection, because you can only do that by playing. And when you analyze, you now know what to do. So when you analyze and you know what to do, you now plan. I'm talking to you about the 3 Ps. You need to plan everything. You need to, for you to prepare and learn, you need to firstly play, be active, and then you reflect, analyze, and then you can now plan. What do you plan? You now plan what you learned in the reflection, what you learned in the analysis, while analyzing. You now practice. You practice that skill. You do it better. So let me give you an example of practice. You practice. When you practice proactively. So if a bowler is bowling you and you're getting out with a short ball and you're getting caught on the boundary, you now know this is you reflect. So when you're playing and you get caught with a short ball, you reflect. I got caught with a short ball. The coach now tell you this is what you need to do technically. You analyze the situation. Okay, from now, I'm going to roll my wrist over. I'm going to play over the ball. I'm going to do it differently. And suddenly, you're now going to planning stage. You go into planning stage, you plan, okay, I need to get to a fast wicket. I need to prepare myself. And then you practice the skill. You practice hitting the ball over. And then we go back to the same circle. You play. And then when you play and you realize, what did I do wrong? Maybe now I got caught on the boundary at 70. So now I look at what went wrong. I now maybe need more. I need to be more fit. I need to do something. So I now practice, I play. So this is the circle of life of learning. When we know that everything happens by us playing, it is a reflection of what we can do. So a basic idea of learning is for you to play, for you to be live. The last aspect that makes up a good and overall human being, the first aspect we spoke about, now I'll just repeat, it's about you, the type of person you are. The second aspect is about the body and the shape you do. The third part, we spoke about learning the skill, the type of skill you have, your gift. And lastly, we spoke about planning, learning, improving, growing. What is the fifth and most important thing we need in life to be successful? It's the mindset. The whole program here is about mindset. And we're only dealing with it now is a mindset of a champion. Is to have the right mindset. How do you have this right mindset? You know, we spoke yesterday about having a mindset. Where does the mindset start from? It starts with a thought, a dream, a thought. What are the thoughts you have about the future? I spoke to you about my dream that came a reality. I shared with you an interesting story of as a young boy, I dreamt of playing at Lord's Cricket Ground and how it manifested. I spoke to you about how I dreamt about playing for South Africa. And I had this dream. I went to a teacher and I told him about my dream. And he says, if you make the Transvaal school side, you will go to England. And I got to Lord's, I got to play cricket. What is your dream? Have a dream. The first thing for you to have the right mindset is believe, have a dream, have the right mindset. But while you're having this dream, you know, things can go wrong. Things can sometimes, not work in life. So we spoke yesterday and we just touched about fail. So if you have a dream, sometimes you can fail. What is fail? I showed you the acronym. First attempt. We can either look at it as first attempt in losing, and we look at failure as a lose, or we can look at it as first attempt in learning. So failure, every time we play, we are live, it can be the first attempt in learning. Let me give you a story of what happened to me. How did I learn? I was playing cricket in a school in Lenasia. It was like a derby, like Manchester United versus Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool supporter, so we are champions. I'm not going to talk much about soccer today because we're not at the best note. So I'm just telling you that there was a derby like Kaiser Chiefs and Pirates, like England and Australia, like one of South Africa, Zimbabwe, or whoever it may be, like two neighboring countries, something like that. We played this derby when Nirvana School played Lenzai School, and I was a bowler. And I want to talk to you about my first attempt in failing. There were a few incidents. My life was like a heartbeat. It goes up and down, up and down. In life, you will always experience challenges. You will always experience tests. Yesterday, I also spoke to you about three things: best, test, and rest. In life, always give your best. And the second word is test. Life will test you. And then rest. Do not rest. Leave the rest to a higher source, to God. Because as much as you plan, you practice, life is not about everything can work out perfectly. Sometimes it's going to fail. Let me tell you a small little incident of when I was playing cricket. and how I experienced failure and how I dealt with it, so you can maybe understand and grasp the idea of failure. I was playing cricket for in a local derby. Our school was playing in the other school, and I was the lead bowler. I was captain of the school side, and it was the last over. Imagine the setting, the whole school, everyone is watching us. It was an exciting moment. I always believed I could win. I always believed I could succeed. I always believed that I could do things and succeed. So I had the ball in my hand, and as I was running in, and that everyone was cheering. Let me tell you about the match situation. It was the last ball of the over. It was the last ball of the game. If I bowled the batsman out, we won. They needed 1 run to win, and all I had to do was bowl him out, and we won. I trusted myself. I believed in myself. I backed myself, and I ran in, and I bowled the most awesome Yorker. I'm a fast bowler, so I bowled this big in-swinging Yorker. It got right underneath the stumps, and I was like, yes, I got him. Somehow it got the edge of the bat, and it went for 4. We call it the Chinese cut. I don't know in Africa what you call it. Maybe you call it the Africa cut. I'm just teasing. I'm just joking. So the ball went, and we call it a Chinese cut. It went to the boundary, and it was 4 runs, and I was disappointed. You can imagine, thinking that I could do anything. Here I was. I failed. I was disappointed. Naturally, many of us fail. Many of us experience failure like I did. Many of us have experienced a lot of loss, a lot of incidents where things didn't go right for you. And at that moment, how do you feel when it happens? What happens to you? What is your emotion? What is the emotion? What is the emotion you feel? Is it fear? Is it sadness? Is it shame? Is it anger? What negative emotion you experience? Because all these emotions have a special link to how you feel. If you feel fear, you will suddenly feel scared. Fear, the first feeling, you will feel scared. You will feel afraid that you can't perform the next time. You will feel panicky next time a situation happens. You will become nervous. You will become worried. And every time you play again, you will be tense. What is fear? Have you experienced this? Your heartbeat rushes up. You become fear. At that moment, if you can't handle fear, you will experience sadness. Sadness is something that you feel depressed of what had happened. You feel sad. You feel miserable. You feel helpless. You feel guilty that I bowled and I messed up. If you don't feel sad, you feel shame. You feel embarrassed. I let my team down. I feel humiliated. I feel ashamed. And then you feel the feeling of anger. I'm angry with myself. I'm now frustrated. I feel irritated. I feel jealous. I feel envious. I feel upset. This feeling is the feeling I felt. I felt all of those emotions. What do you do when you feel this? It's a choice. What is fear? You can face everything and run or retreat. Fear, or you can face everything and respond. At that moment in my life, I was facing everything and running away. I faced everything and I was retreating. At that moment, I held back. I went back to school the next day. Imagine coming back to school. Everyone was talking to me and they said, what happened? What went wrong? I felt really, really sad. I felt disappointed. And I was looking down in classroom for a number of days. And as I looked down, I looked upset. The teacher, Mr. Bismillah, was now late. May God grant him high place in paradise. May his soul rest in peace. Came to me and said, my boy, tell me, what happened? I said, sir, I let the team down. I disappointed the team. I feel angry with myself. I feel sad. I feel shame. I felt all of these emotions. So when things go wrong, we feel one of these emotions, all of these emotions. We feel this. What do we do? You give up. You're a leader, but suddenly when things go wrong, you break up. You break down. This is what happened to me. The teacher told me, my boy, and that is why you need coaches. You need mentors. You need people who can change your mindset. You need people to uplift you. Associate yourself with good people. Associate yourself with leaders. Ask yourself, who are the people I'm surrounding myself with? Because the people you surround yourself can either make you or it can break you. The people you surround yourself with can either take you higher or can take you lower. Who are the people you are surrounding yourself with? Because fear is something that you go through on your own. You know, COVID is something that you go through on your own. And if you got friends, you got support, you got a mentor, you got people, you can reach out, pick up the phone, reach out and speak to these people. So what I did, I looked down, I was upset, and I said, sir, I let the team down. I disappointed the team. He said, my boy, in life, if you fail or things go wrong, it can do three things to you. It can make you, it can break you, or it can change you. It can make you, it can break you, or it can change you. What is this doing to you today? I said, sir, it has broken me. I do not believe I want to play cricket again. I have given up. I have had enough of life. Sometimes we feel like we give up. And then, you know what the teacher told me? He said, my boy, if you can look up, you can rise up. If you can look up, you can rise up. Look up, my boy. If you look down, you're going to see negative things. You're going to see disappointment. You're going to see sadness. You're going to feel all those feelings that I spoke about. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to be sad. Everything. When you look down, it looks up. Immediately, just look up. You will see different. My boy, it can either change you, make you, or break you. What is this going to do to you? I said, sir, it has broken me. He says, look at life differently. Is today the day you stand up? When you change your mindset, it can make you to be a better human being. When you stand up and you face fear, you face everything and respond. You face everything and restart. You accept that failure was just the first attempt in learning. It was the experience I went through. I needed to go through that. I needed to learn from that so I can be stronger. I can equip myself better. Today is not the last day of your life. You're going to have another opportunities to fix that, to change that, to be better. So face it. What is fear? Fear is something that I call two words, W-I. What are these two words? It's called, I'm just going to put this here. It's called W-I. What is fear? What if this happens tomorrow? What if this happens tomorrow? What if this happens? What if that happens? When we go into that fear of worrying about the future, fear is in the future. It is tomorrow. It happened in the past, but when we live for tomorrow, we're thinking about, we cannot face the next moment. So it's, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? What if that? When we ask ourselves these questions, our mindset go into the future. We go into a place where we are not part of today. We're going into tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow holds? Who knows what happens tomorrow? Who knows? Who knows? God knows. So why play God? Why worry about tomorrow? Tomorrow hasn't come. Don't worry about tomorrow. You are breathing today. You have this moment. Face everything now and respond. Face everything now and react. Today is the day that counts. Today is the day where your life is at hold. So when that happened, the teacher said, my boy, face everything today. Respond today. You can change this today. Stand up. Back yourself. It doesn't change who you are when you fail. It doesn't change your ability to be great. It stops you. It may just pause you, but it makes you stronger. It makes you more effective. And when I realized that, I realized life can change. So my question to you is, who are you? Have you experienced fear? I've given you now a tool of how you can handle fear. Fear is something that's in the future. No, it hasn't come yet. Stay in the present moment. Whatever happened yesterday, that experience that happened yesterday with me as a cricketer, and I bowled a bad ball, cannot happen again. No incident has ever replaced itself the same as what it did yesterday. Whatever happened yesterday is in the past. I spoke to you about yesterday with a bottle of water. If you take the bottle of water and you throw the water out, if you take the water and you put it back inside, it's going to contaminate the water. It's going to destroy the water. It's going to destroy the moment. With your life, when you destroy this current moment, you're spoiling this water. You cannot drink this water. It won't taste anywhere. The same way with your life and fear. Whatever happened in the past, let it go. It's gone. It's history. It has passed. Let it be. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do some tools of how you can act positive. How you can change. Can you still hear? Sorry. Is everyone still there? Are you still enjoying the session? Are we with me? Is there any questions while we are at on fear? Have you experienced
we still
fear?
Here.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I just want to talk about something, and I'm going to open the floor up, and we're going to talk a little bit about fear. Yesterday, I spoke about negative A. Today, I'm going to speak about positive A. So the first thing we do to change the mindset is change the words that we play in our head. It's our self-talk. What is your self-talk? For you to have a positive mindset, a thought comes in of fear. You can either say face everything and run, or face everything and respond. Change the words that you are using, firstly to yourself, words that you are using to your kids. When you tell them they're not good enough, they're going to believe they're not good enough. When you tell your players they're not good enough, they're going to accept that they're not good enough. What you say to people can impact them. Use your words wisely. Your self-talk, firstly to yourself, is critical, critical, critical. For you to be successful in life, you need the first and most important thing is a correct and most positive self-talk. The talk how you talk to yourself, I just want to have a look. How you talk to yourself can either make you or break you. If you say negative, if I'm bowling and I say, I'm not sure if I can do this, you're going to fail. Talk to yourself. So I'm going to do a little bit of positive words, which will give you some tools of how you can become a leader. The first is A, positive A. We spoke about negative A. What is positive A? Positive A is when life throws you pineapples, when challenges happen, firstly, do positive A. Become A, aware. When you are aware, you can suddenly account. Give yourself a number. Account for what's your percentage. Make sure you are playing at the positive A. Become aware of where you are at in your life. When you are A, aware, you can now become accountable. You can take responsibility, and suddenly you can accept the situation. Always positive A, become aware, accept the current situation, become accountable, and suddenly take A, action. And the action you change will change your life and make you. Take positive action. Watch the words you say. Watch the things you are doing. Watch what you are doing to yourself, because you are your biggest enemy. You can destroy yourself by making negative A an assumption, or you can do positive A, which is they become aware, take action, accept the situation. The first thing you need to do is A, become aware. When you're aware of circumstances, you can now plan, you can work on it, you can improve, accept the situation. Abundance will flow. You will become accepted. So the first thing is A. The second alphabet we spoke about yesterday was negative B. Today we're going to talk about positive B. What is positive B? Negative B was blame. Today we're going to be positive. Believe in yourself. Back yourself. Be brave. Be bold. Know that you have the ability to be brilliant because you have it. Be bold. Make brave decisions. Make the decisions for you to firstly accept. You need to be positive. Be brave. Be bold. You can do things better than the last time. So be brave. For you to do that, you need negative C. Negative C is you need to make the choice. The choice to change the C into choices, changes, character. Show your different side of your character. Choose a positive character. When you see challenges, look at it as a positive challenges. Look at life in a positive way. When you see life, see as in you make the right choice. Change the life. Change and take responsibility. When you do that, you will feel comfortable. You will feel calm. You will feel collected. These are the feelings of this. You will see life. When you look at life in a brave way, in a bold way, you will see blessings come into your life. You will see barakah. We talk about it. You will see blessings. You will see goodness. See is change. Change the way you see things. Change your words. Change the way you talk to yourself. Change the way you see things. when you see things differently, life will change. You will feel D. You will no longer feel negative D. You will feel positive D. Positive D is you'll have a dream. You will have a dream and believe that you have a future. You will have a direction. You will have a destination to where you're going. Have a destination, have a goal. Because if you do, have a dream, believe in your dream. I had a dream, have a dream. Because if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And remember, the bend in the road is not the end in the road. Have a dream and believe in yourself. I had a dream that I'm going to play for my country. It may not happen, but have a dream, have a belief. Suddenly, when you have a dream, you will enjoy life. Life will become, in a way, enlightening. It will feel enlightened. You will feel better. When you enjoy life, you will suddenly have positive emotions. What are positive emotions? Positive emotions can change your life. Positive emotions are emotions like this. These are positive emotions. What are the positive emotions you can have? You will have suddenly contentment. You will have happiness. What is happiness? You will be optimistic. You will be encouraged. You will be hopeful. You will be happy. You will be enthusiastic if you're happy. You will have contentment in life. You will have peace. You will have a fulfilling life. You will have a content life. You will have gratitude. You will say thank you for all the good things in your life. You will be proud of yourself. You will love yourself. You will be blissful. You will be more caring. So have the right positive emotion. Have the emotion that you choose, not crying, not sadness. The choice is yours. If you choose that, you will no longer have fear and failure. You will have faith. You will have faith in yourself and you will believe in yourself. You will be focused. Tomorrow, I will talk about focus, what you can focus on. What are distractions in your focus? What are the distractions you need to watch out? What are the signs you need to watch out so you can be focused in a cricket game? How can you focus on every ball? How can you focus on every moment? I'm going to give you tools of how you can focus. I'm going to give you a small little tool now on focus. What are the tools that you can focus more? There are 5 tools. What are the tools of focus? People talk about being in the now, being in the present. I need to focus. The question I ask to you is, how do you focus? What are the tools you need to focus? What are the things you need to focus? How can I refocus, realign myself? Maybe tomorrow, before I start, I will open the floor up and I will ask you, how do we focus? How do we play in the now? Before I give you the tools, I think tomorrow we will do that. So tomorrow, I'm going to give you some awesome tools on how to focus. What are the tools for you to focus? What are the things you need to do? So the questions I ask you, and I want you to come forward before we start the session. We'll just we'll open the lines and we'll ask, how do you focus? What is focus? What is living in the now? What is being in the moment? So we will talk about focus. And the next alphabet we spoke about is G, giving up. Positive G is being grateful, saying thank you for life, looking for a goal. When you're grateful, what are you grateful for today? When you see gratitude, when you wake up in the morning, wake up with a grateful heart. When you wake up, I'm going to play cricket. I have a G, I'm grateful to be playing cricket. Now have a goal, set a target. And I'll also talk about SMART goals tomorrow. What are the SMART goals? What are the goals that are manageable? What are the goals that I can become more positive? So we will talk about different types of goals that you can set. The SMART goal, the SMART version. Tomorrow we will talk about tools of how you can focus and equip yourself better for being in the now. Because I promise you, someone came to me and they asked me, there were 2 little boys, both I worked with, and I worked on both of them had awesome skill. So we worked on the skill but one was always ahead. Then I worked on their body and their fitness and their athleticism, but one was still ahead. Why was one better than the other? And I thought, you know what? It's about the mindset. What if I shift the mindset? So I trained both of them on the same mindset, but still one was ahead. Why was this one boy always ahead? Why was there always one champion, one winner? What was the difference between the two? So I started working on pressure. How can both players handle pressure? Which one handled pressure better? But still, both worked on both and both still succeeded. and then there was still one winner. What was the difference between both? It was in focus. How do they focus? The one that was more calm under pressure, the one that was more collected under pressure, the one that was aware, that one that believed in himself, the C that made the choice, that had a dream, that suddenly enjoyed the game, trusted his ability, the one that was who was calm. What were the tools of being calm? The one who was relaxed. Tomorrow we're going to talk about those tools, how you can get into the zone, how you can suddenly equip yourself better, how you can win all those small battles. G is goal. H, we talked about hopelessness. Now you can have hope. Positive H is having hope, is suddenly having hope and backing yourself. Hope is trusting your ability. And suddenly I, you can choose negative I or positive I. I is the individual. Make the choice where we started on today was become the I, the individual that is making a difference, making an impact. Today we spoke about the person you are, the type of person you are. What is stopping you? Failure, fear. I showed you tools of how you can address failure, how you can learn in the cycle of failure. I showed you about fear, knowing that fear is in the future. It doesn't exist. It's something that happened. Don't put it into your head. What if I fail? What if I write an exam and I'm already worried about a result? You don't know the result. Don't go there. That is what we spoke about. Hope you enjoyed the session. We have almost 22 minutes left. And now I'm going to open the floor and I'm going to allow some questions on today, on the session today, on what we did, on what we shared. What are your thoughts? What are your challenges? What are the things you can do? Tomorrow, I'm going to also speak more about focus, more on the mindset. I'm going to talk about your body language. I'm going to talk about your self-talk, where we spoke about today, changing your words. Only 1%. What are you going to do about changing your thoughts? I'm going to talk about a focused mindset. I'm going to talk about the things you say to yourself, the people you say to yourself. How do you train? How do you practice? We're going to do this and we're going to change our mindset. And then when you change our mindset, we're going to become successful. And at least you're going to have tools of how you're going to equip yourself better. So I'm going to open the floor. Is there anyone out there who has any questions with regarding to today's session? Any questions where you are still worried about fear and I can help you with fear and overcome fear? Share any questions. Anyone out there who wants to share a little bit on today's session and what I shared on today and the words you do? Is there anyone who wants to share? Anyone want to come out and just share your thoughts on today and on any of the things we spoke about, or how has it helped you, or any difficulties, or any comments you want to make, or anything? You know, when we started the session, we spoke about, I want you to be interactive. I want you to participate. I want you to engage. I want you to comment. Give me the thumbs up. Tell me, you know what, these are my challenges. Ask me questions, challenge me. I'm giving you an opportunity now where you can engage with me. You can interact with me. Is there anyone out there who wants to share their thoughts?
Yeah, Abdul.
I hear someone? Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Yeah, this is Sherry from Sierra Leone.
Yes, sir, from Sierra Leone. Tell me about, well, what is your question or what is your comment?
Yeah, just want to make reference on the responsibilities, like the recipe for success. I like the way you highlighted almost everything there. And one important thing you spoke about was that as a coach, if you want to select a team, you have to look for people or someone who is positive, who is on time, good attitude, and the contribution, of course, to the team, which is very important, because at the end of the day, it is cricket is a team sport. It's not like an individual sport. So you have to make sure everyone is positive, which makes it difficult sometimes for coaches. But we're doing our best. And I think this motivational talk goes a long way. And the most important thing is that, you know, some of us here are not just coaches, but players. So we need to have the coordination, you know, like you say, when you spoke sometimes about evaluation. It's how you evaluate as a coach that gives you what you're going to do on the next day, which is very important also. But all in all, all in all, I think it is very, very good. Because one thing you touched again today was yesterday you spoke a little bit about it, was when life knocks you down, you have to look up, because for every time you look up, you have to get up, which is very good. And I'm happy that you come up again with it today, which is very good. Thanks very much for everything.
Thank you so much. You spoke about team. In the word team, there's no I. So remember, in a team, there's no I. Team hasn't got I in. You are part of a team.
Exactly.
So always be there. Thank you so much. I see Clive commenting there. Clive, he enjoyed the session. Thank you so much. Any more comments? Anyone out there who want to share anything on today, on you, on your body, on fear, on the things we spoke about, on evaluation, on the words you speak to yourself, on your self-talk? Is there anyone who wants to share any of the thoughts?
Hi, Malik.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm Linda from Sierra Leone, and
Linda, thank you for connecting.
You're welcome. I've been following the session, and first of all, I want to say thank you, because it's a very good session, and I've learned a lot today. And of course, what captivated me much is about the word you say to yourself. That has a long way. It has a very good. It has an impact in us. So of course, I'm happy that you've reminded us to be always saying good things, always being positive and saying good words to ourselves, even to your teammates and to your friends around. That can go a long way, because what you say to yourself is what you exhibit. And I've been having that kind of challenge. Most times I have this kind of fear when I'm going in to bat. I thought, oh, what if I go and I go for a duck? What if I go and I out immediately, I go in? And so, of course, we have to be positive, and I've learned this today. And so I'm going to put it up. And also in the aspect of failing, sometimes they are expecting much from you as a player. And when you go in, you are not able to perform that much. Sometimes we look down, we look so depressed and forgetting about what is next. Of course, I've learned that you can live in the moment, forget about what has happened in the past. And I've learned the meaning of fail, which is first attempt in learning, and also can be another very good thing that can help us to aspire more. And one thing that took my attention is the aspect, the phrase, the word you use, if you can look up, you can rise up. That really touched me, because indeed, if you can look up, you can rise up, and it can help you to go much more in life, and it can help you to acquire much more things. And also, the bend in the road is not the end of the road. With these two particular sentence, I believe it will help me to improve in my way of playing, in my way of interacting with players, in how I live my life. This is not just about sports, but it's also about your life, how you go through life. This is a sports session, yes, to teach us as players, as coaches, as sport administrators, but this can help us in our personal life. It can help us to go far much more than we expect. So I want to say thank you, and thank you for the positive tips. Yesterday you taught us about the negative things, and today you've taught us about the positive way of doing things, about being positive, believe in yourself, be brave. And I believe we'll take up blame and try to change, and also believe in ourselves and aspire to do more. And of course, we can change to become who we want to become. Of course, the sky is our limit, and we can do it if we learn to break free and explore. So thank you very much, Malik. We want to say thank you from Sierra Leone. We do enjoy the session, and we will be looking forward to more sessions like this. Thank you again, and thank you to Mr. Kasim and to Africa Cricket for organizing this wonderful session. Thank you.
Linda, thank you so much. I think you should join me the next time. You are so inspiring. You are so motivational. I'm sure you're doing great stuff there in Sierra Leone. I hope you're leading one of the teams or involved in a coaching capacity, because the way you speak with that kind of attitude, with that kind of approach, is the attitude you talk about, and going ahead. Well done. Thank you so much, Linda. I saw someone they speak about. Sorry, thank you so much. Anyone else? I see some questions coming up. Yes. Is it possible that Manoj send me the questions And what I can do with the questions, I can then address them tomorrow morning. I see there were some questions about if batsmen are scared, what to do. Can the person just come online who shared that comment and I can talk to him about it?
Well,
Sure.
Is the key to
Yeah. Hi, Jack. I'll send you the chat script immediately after this session. Today's chat script. Yesterday's chat script I have already sent to Kasim, and he will share it to you maybe for the first days and second days together. If you can attend tomorrow, that would be great.
I will do. Thanks so much, Manoj. Greatly appreciated. So I can just look at those questions and then share them. Thank you so much for coordinating this. You've done a really sterling job. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated. Is there any more questions out there?
Yes, Manak.
Martin, I think you have a question yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much for, for sharing, of course, with us your thoughts, of course, your experience, and a champion mentorship. There's one thing that I've loved is change, and something that I've really, taken to, consideration is the best, test and rest. I think as a sportsman and sportswomen, it's very, very important after all the activities, the mental toughness and fitness, it's very, very important to rest. I think it's what I've taken home today is that bit of rest, because we try so much, we go, we do everything, beyond our limits and expectation. But I guess we also, we don't look at, of course, ourselves as resting as empowerment of growth. Yeah, and also something that I just need to add there was you said that about our body. Yes, we looked at after I eat well, we eat well, and something that we didn't mention at the end was drink well. Drinking is you to know, of course, what to drink, but it's also important to drink well. Thank you.
Just on that, Masuji, you talked about change. Change only when the key aspect to change is you have to realize to change. No one can change you. You as an individual must be ready to change. Change starts with you. When we realize that, we empower ourselves, we become better, we become more effective, we become more proactive, we become more productive. And what you brought forward, change is critical. And you talked about best, test, and rest. Rest is critical. It's important to become aware that two things about rest I spoke about. One is on your body, you should rest because it's important to rest as a sportsman, but also sometimes you cannot handle the results. So you leave the rest to God. You can only practice. You can give your best. When you got the ball in your hand and you bowl, you give your best, you practice, you do everything. Then the result is not in your hands. You have executed effectively. Now the opposition or the partner you're going to play with, it's up to the skill. How is he equipped? He's going to combat you. And the better you equip yourself, the result is all you have to do is execute your skill effectively in the best format. And if you do, the result is not in your hand. As long as at the end of the day, I gave my 100%. I practiced, I prepared, my body is good, I slept well, and I gave my best to the team.
Thank you very much. I thought you've analyzed it well, and I also want to thank Ms. Linda for what she has brought forward. So thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Is there anyone else who wants to share?
Yes, Abdul. This is Joshua from Rwanda.
Yes, Joshua. Yes, brother Joshua. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Hi, Jack.
I'm so excited this session.
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. So,
can we just? I'm just hearing Joshua there. Can we finish with Joshua and then I'll come on back to you, Joshua?
Yeah.
Right.
I can continue now, I think. Now, the session has been quite very, very interesting. All the things that you actually say are very, very useful, both in sport and also outside in the life. I just want to share something about what I had one of the best tennis players say, and this is Serena Williams. We all know that she is a powerful force of nature on the tennis court. And one of the she has most of the records. I remember after winning the Wimbledon semi-final in March 2016, and she was asked, what that it meant to her to reach 3 major tennis finals in a row. For everyone else, she answered that for everyone else, other tennis players and all, it would be a wonderful accomplishment. But she said, for me, it is not enough. But she thinks that she said it is not enough. And for me, it showed me that she has a different mindset. She had a mindset of hunger or always wanting to do well. So I just thought I would share, this from her, my own, not to always settle for even in success, not to always settle, but always looking forward to make a difference. Thank you.
Absolutely, that is beautifully said. I don't think you put it better. And what better from words from Serena Williams, one of the best tennis players in the ladies forum, and has got great records. And yes, in 2016, yes, beautifully said. Thanks a lot, brother. Thanks, Joshua. Anyone else want to share? We had someone else.
Yes. Just one little thing I want to raise. So particularly what hit me. Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is Josh from Nigeria. So what hit me particularly about the session today was your mention of fitness and how it actually helps the mind to to move and motivate us. So I think that it was not. I think it cannot be overemphasized. And even if I know we're all players and some of us are coaches, but the thing is that even when we leave playing and when we leave coaching or leave active service, I think it is very important because everything we talked about, fatigue, mental health, all these things are connected to the body, and how we feel physically actually it helps us think about how we proceed with life, how we see life, our outlook to life. When you feel strong, when you feel fit, you feel like you can do anything, and that actually moves you. You feel like you can run, you can run in, you can go 140, you can go. So I think these things are what is one thing I'm taking away from here, and it's been a great session past 2 days. So I'm really excited about the next few days. Thank you.
Awesome, Joshua. I agree with you 100%. Fitness is critical. Fitness is one of the most important aspects in your overall wellness, your healthness. You need to be fit to have a strong mindset. You need to be fit if you fitness comes with sleep. Sleep comes with eating well. All of those aspects of the body are just important for you to be successful. So if you are feeling fatigued, you are feeling lazy, check your diet, check your fitness level. As a team, as much as we work on the mind, as much as we work on our skill, we need to work on fitness. Fitness is critical, but also with fitness come eating and all of the things that I spoke about. But thank you, Josh from Nigeria, for sharing that. Is there anyone else who wants to share their thoughts? Or any comments or any questions?
Hello, yes, please. Good evening. I'm Katya from Rwanda. I just wanted to say thank you for this session. I've learned a lot, and mostly I learned that there is a word you said that it starts by me. It starts with me, myself, and being healthy. If you want to achieve anything, if you want to help your family, if you want to help your team, you have to be healthy, eat well, drink well, as yes you mentioned. And I liked the example you gave us of the bottom of water. If you put out the water, you cannot put it inside. It can spoil another water. So it means that if you had a bad things currently, or if you have failed, you cannot take it in present. You have to take it out. You have to be in when you put you have to be as to let it go. To let it go and start again. So I just wanted to thank you. I have learned a lot from this. Being happy, contentment, gratitude. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Katya. That's a beautiful overall perception of a good human being. I think it's important what you shared, and then just reinforce that. How are you going to put that into your life? How are you going to put these skills into your life from now going ahead, and into your team and in the environment? How are you going to? What action are you going to take to step up?
Sorry, come again.
What actions are you going to take to step up and enhance these skills? You know, so a lot of this is, as much as we can speak, we can talk. To take action. What action are you going to take from now going ahead, and what changes are you going to make?
The change I'm going to make is, okay, first I will be healthy, making sure that I'm healthy, and also avoid fearness. Normally I had fear because of what happens, previously, having that fearness that how did I get out? What if I'm going to get out at the same, to reduce that, and also to have positive mindset.
You see, fear is something that when we are betting, and when we are, and someone asked the question as a batsman, what is fear, and how do you handle fear? So if you are betting, and if you're thinking of the next ball, it hasn't even arrived, and you are thinking of what you're going to do, you are premeditating. You are premeditating something that you don't even know. You wait for the ball to come to you, and if you work and you practice and you do the skill, you will naturally be in the moment. The critical aspect of fear is you leave the present moment and you go into the future. You go into, what if this happens? Then you're scared to sometimes you become so scared that you go into a shell and you don't play the shot that you want to. Sometimes fear is also overconfidence. You hit the one ball for 4, and then the next ball comes, and you suddenly believe that you can hit it, and you're overconfident, and that is fear in the future. Is fear of doing something when you're overconfident. So it is controlling that fear. It is staying in the moment, staying in the present. Tomorrow I'm going to give you tools of how to address fear, how to address and tools how to stay focused. How can you stay focused? What does it mean to stay in the now? What does it mean to be in the moment? What does it mean to be present? Like now, I can be everywhere. My mind can go into the past. I had a bad talk or something like that, and I'm scared of the people. There's so many people on this line. I can have fear and I can be overwhelmed, or I could face it. I could say, this is the truth. Here is where I am, and address it and interact with it. So it is critical that we live in the moment.
I think we'll have one more caller and then one more.
Hi. Hello. Hi, can you hear me?
Okay, yes. It's 6 o'clock. Yes, we've done really well. We've coordinated perfectly.
Great interaction. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for interacting with us, engaging with us, being part of today. Looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to do tools on how to handle, how to focus more effectively, and a few new tools. I may even have a guest tomorrow on. So look out for that. If not tomorrow, on Monday, I'll have a guest on with me, a friend of mine who's a mindset coach. So he's going to give you a different aspect of how we look at these things.
Okay, thanks, Jack. Obviously, today we did quite well. We're going to 238 participants for today's Zoom. And once again, I would like to ask everybody on the chat box, just give us your marks from 1 to 10. 1 being no good, 10 being excellent. Yesterday's score was 9.26. I think it was 9.26 overall average. Today, send in your scores, and we're going to key in tomorrow for day 3, session 3. And like I've seen from the chat boxes, a lot of you have passed a lot of compliments and how interesting and educational today's session has been. Anyway, still 3 more days. There's more to come and more for you to learn, so that whatever you learn in all 5 days, make sure you practice it. Don't hear it and bank it and forget about it. Like I know Martin reads the Bible only on Sundays, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, pule, man. Sorry, man. Martin. I was just eating shisha makuma now, you know. Nyama. So what I'm saying is that everybody, whatever you learned in these 5 days, don't just keep it aside. Practice it. It'll change your life. It'll change your game. And of course, you must make sure that you use it and teach others of it. So you'll have a very fantastic team, a fantastic national setup, and most importantly, a very good community base. Once you teach it to the kids and teach it to your colleagues, you're going to bring up very powerful communities within your countries. So we're all going to see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, and have a good evening, Africa. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Manoj. It's all yours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
People are hearing you speaking, so they are responding in whichever way they can.
Yeah, just give us another 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
2-3 minutes, and let's get the scores in.
Yeah.
Because I got to tabulate them every night.
Sure.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
She's getting bigger. She's getting bigger. Oh, number 2. Okay. What's your name?
Nandika.
Nandika, and your sister?
Nivedya.
Naridia. Okay. Are you looking after her?
Yes. Tell him yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
She's looking after you. Yeah, I see the scores are coming in. That's good. I believe tomorrow, Jack, the numbers will grow. So we'll see how we go, because we did accommodate 285. But I know Mr. Manoj, you must have put 500 in.
Yeah, we have the capacity up to 500. This time we have increased the capacity.
Yeah.
The license has been bought in that way.
No, good, man. In fact, I don't know where's Dominic, but I like your sunroof on the car, Dominic. It's quite nice.
Manoj, will you send me that question so I can have a look at them and just compile them and then address them? Or you send it to Kes, and then Kes will send it to me.
One set, I think Cass can send. The other one, today's, in some time, immediately after this, it will start downloading. So as soon as it is completed, I will send it to Cass so that you can, Cass can forward it to Jack, please.
I'll also send you a WhatsApp so you'll have my email address also.
Okay, then I can directly send it to you also, Jack. Kasim, if you can share his email to me, I'll directly send it to Jack. Anyway, the link I will share it to you, Kasim, and the chat script I'll directly send to Jack, so that you don't need to be in between. Let's save the time.
That'll be great. No problem.
Oh, thank you.
Good. Godfrey, you must be feeling very hot there, Godfrey. Are you in bed still, or are you gone having an early evening, Godfrey? Let me see how far we got here, managed by 1 minute. Okay, sir. Mr. Manoj, it's fine.
Thank you, Cass. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot to you, Manoj.
Thanks,
for
Jack.
sacrificing.
Have a nice time.
Thank you so much, sir.